the Electric Dice podcast got together and ran around playing some AD&D second edition. But we're gonna make it happen tonight, so hopefully everyone's ready for a TPK.
But we just started.
You can do what you can do, you know?
I guess.
Was somebody else about to chime in? It sounded like I heard a click.
I was, and then the thought immediately left my head, so I just let it go.
Okay, that's fine. All right, well, what? Charging what?
Oh, charging rules.
Oh. I don't know. Okay, doesn't look like my thing is updating. Oh, there we go. Well, at least Tristan's talking, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got ourselves a lovely cast of 3 9th level characters. Seems to be the only level we ever play at, which is fine. They are standing outside of former Paglot, which, if you remember way back in the day when we first started playing, can you hear the fan going?
I cannot.
I heard
No.
some stuff a minute ago, but I wouldn't describe it as fan-like.
Maybe it's just somebody breathing then. I don't know. So I can definitely hear something. Okay. Sorry. I'm getting weird.
I have an AC going in the background. That might be me.
No, it's definitely louder than that. Yeah, I'm just worried it's mine, but I don't actually know this apartment well enough to actually turn the fan off. Let's see. That's either lights or... Oh, I got it. Look at that. Every room in this place has these weird little remote controls and shit. Like this. I can... Ooh. Hey, that actually looks pretty cool. I feel like I'm in the 20th century. Right, so everyone remembers Paglot, as I'm sure, and if you don't remember, I'll tell you about it anyways. It is the quaint little hamlet, outside of the Plague Witch's domain. The Plague Witch was a dangerous spellcaster from like ancient Tomoto Islands past that had been contained in like her own little realm. It was just like this fissure in the woods, and everyone knew to stay away from it. And patrolling all around her domain were monks and rangers that had sworn to kill anything that approached like their line and anything that came out of it. It was very like The Village, if you've ever seen M. Night Shyamalan's Village, in the sense that just like they just kept equilibrium. Like they didn't encroach on her lands, but they didn't let anyone come in or leave from them. Except for one famous failure of theirs, there was a Medusa spellcaster that slipped past them back about 15 years ago or so, and she went to northern Tomoto and took over a section of the Lion Gas Castle back before it was actually founded. Or not founded, but like reclaimed. And she made a lot of havoc for the player characters up there for about a year or so before they finally took her down. Anyways, the Plague Witch has gotten herself into something. If you've been following the podcast here, the game, whatever you want to call it, now for a while, you'll remember about 2 months ago, some players, after they started a merfolk genocide, they showed up here just looking for people to trade with and got conscripted into a battle between some blackguards riding Catoblepus or death cows. Yeah, no. Oh, I can't. There it is. I can't play left-handed. That's weird. Completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, the party died, but they had seen that the borders around the Plague Witch's domain and then Paglot were Paglot was losing and the Witch's domain was winning. It's even worse now. These giant thorn briar mazes, tunnels, basically have grown out around Paglot, and strange creatures are roaming in in the area and coming out of the area and killing people and just basically creating a nuisance. So our new heroes represent a force of good, or at least meh, to go in there and see what's going on, maybe rescue some people, maybe get some information, or else deliver Swift Blade to the Plague Witch and end her.
Sounds good.
Huzzah!
Yeah. So, as always, we didn't talk too much about it. We kind of just jump in and let a lot of the action speak for itself. Oh, hi, Maria. Oh, hi, everyone. So there's a bunch of people watching us on Maria's account, it looks like. I can't think tonight. Trying to scramble to get all this squared away was successful, but it took all of the available brain space I had. We let the action kind of dictate a lot of what's going on. We jumped right into it, quick as can be, just to make the game happen tonight. One special request, Josh, you are a ranger, Riley is too. Riley's not playing with us tonight, obviously, but what is your relationship? We already put Riley inside of this maze. He went in early, he went in ahead of time.
Okay.
Are you mentor-mentee, just old friends, rivals?
Yeah, we partner up every, 2-3 times a year. It's like, hey, this is in that area near where that Sahuagin genocide was going to happen, which I didn't have to finish the letter before I was on my horse.
Mm-hmm. He said he was going in there because some shit was going down.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. So he's a really old ranger, like nearing the end of like his natural life. That was your cue, Tristan.
Oh, sorry. Natural life. So, speaking of people dying, a lot of that's been happening around here. If I'm seeing correctly, that's a lot of corpses.
Yes.
That's where I come in with Dane, our lovable cleric priest. Oh, you're gonna die. Everyone's gonna die. That guy's gonna die. That ranger guy, totally gonna die. But Dane's all about making sure people die when it's like their appropriate time, you know? Like that guy's old, so if he dies, it's okay. Right? Yeah.
This sounds less than preservationist.
Well, or if in saving one life, or in saving one life, you can save a bunch more, or in ending one life, you can save a bunch more. It's all about the balance. So you don't have too many people dying, too many people not dying. You gotta keep it balanced, otherwise, all the dead and the living get mushed together, and everything's bad. Yeah, you can't have that. Yeah. Good.
I guess not.
Yeah, it's good. So yeah, he's just here to ensure that you guys who are keeping people from other people from dying don't die while you're doing this job, so that less people die from you dying in this job. You dig?
Is Riley's ranger human?
He's either human or he's half elf. I think I might have made him half elf just to make him unreasonably old. But yeah, I don't think anybody's super. Am I getting an echo? God damn, this room's so fucking weird. I don't think anyone's anything really funky because you're human too, aren't you, Squid?
No. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm human.
Cool. Yeah. Do you want to get in there and explain your character a little bit? Squid.
Yeah, she's pretty much just around to help people and collect things. There might be some interesting stuff down here.
Yeah, there's definitely some interesting stuff down here. So yeah, we're gonna start as I've said many times, in the action with you guys, like in the maze, moving around and dealing with it a little bit. We're gonna flash back a couple different times to either conversations that have happened outside of it, nights you camped out beforehand. The hell was that beeping? Or even like back in town if we discover that, oh, we really needed to buy something, or oh, we would have made sure we talked to this person before we whatever, right? Blah blah blah. We get it. That's straightforward. I don't know why that thing beeped at me. I don't see the. It prompted me for something, but I lost it already. Okay, cool. So we talked a little about each character, right? So Josh is playing a ranger, who's at least middle-aged, if not older, right? If you've been having some.
I'm an elf, and I'm on the younger side for an elf, and I'm still like over 200.
Okay, sure, that adds up. Yeah. What are you? What the fuck is going on? Is anyone else getting all those beeps and shit?
Yeah, I don't know. What
I think I'm hearing it from your feed.
Oh, it's.
I'm 122.
There we go. That should take care of it. Tristan can't hear us. Is that what's going on there?
No.
I think I had Facebook open too. I think he might have been pinging us because he was having some connection issues. So we will see. I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to pull it up now. I definitely lost my train of thought there. We're doing great today. We are well out of practice. You're an elf. You're middle-aged, but for an elf, that's still pretty fucking old. What are you dressed like? What are you equipped like?
Relatively almost cliched ranger. Got the studded leather. I primarily use a short bow,
Mm-hmm.
but I've got the long sword, short sword combo. Left pauldron has the sleeve of daggers on it, so I can just like pull one and throw it if I need to.
Ooh. Do they ever seem to run out? Or do you just stock up in between scenes?
Yeah, I have 4, and I pick them up. Very, very frugal.
Very humble. Are you a frugal ranger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't become a ranger because nature called to me. I did it so that I wouldn't have to buy food.
God damn it. Okay, cool. Squid, do you have anything you want to share with us? And I know you said she tends to help people, which is nice.
She's kind of like a mix between Lara Croft and Indiana Jones.
Descriptive. What are you playing, actually? I don't even remember at this point.
Thief Acrobat.
Thief Acrobat, that's right. That's what it was. Okay. But you help people. God damn it. I'm not going to get used to that. Everything is oriented the opposite side of the room because when I was in the apartment, I had like the iPad and the drink and everything over here. And now, and also like if I move the webcam over here, like it's really boring on that side. There's just a door and a wall. And
Which
then,
room is it?
it's the small red room, and then whatever was going on with that fucking thing, and that's ugly as shit. So, no, I'm aiming it over here, and you can tell
What
I'm
is
an
that
alcoholic.
beeping?
I don't know, actually. I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I also don't know how to stop it. I think it's Discord, but I
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's logging in and off on Discord.
I can probably mute Discord's notifying me of things, right?
One would assume.
I don't know how Discord works.
I don't know. I only have like 3 friends on there, so that's why I don't recognize that noise. What's that noise? Oh, that's what happens when you have friends.
That's fucking sad. God damn it. Notifications. Did you hear that one just a second ago?
No.
Okay, well, maybe. I don't know. God.
I hadn't heard it until you
damn it.
asked about it. And I was like, oh, that's right. There is something.
I think I got. I don't know. I don't know how fucking Discord works. Actually, one of the most unintuitive programs I've ever used. But it looks like Tristan might be back, which is good. Hopefully we have a Tristan. I'm going to say his name one more time. Tristan.
Can you hear us?
We don't have a Tristan.
Dead Jim.
He's dead, Jim. Okay, cool. Does anyone have perception or tracking or anything like that as
I
a
have
non-weapon
tracking.
proficiency? What?
I have tracking and I get a bonus to it.
Oh yeah, look at that. You're a ranger. I'm actually like sweating to death over here now, so the fan's on. Hopefully it doesn't disturb anyone. Yo, where's our Tristan at? That's a good question.
Oh, shit. I did that wrong.
Apparently his internet doesn't work anymore. He might be showing up on the bottom of the screen there. Can't tell.
He's typing in Discord.
I'm awake.
So I got a 16.
Right. What's it rolling off of though? Wisdom or intelligence?
Probably wisdom.
Oh, you haven't put it in yet?
No, I saw in the ranger entry it said even if the DM doesn't use proficiency, you get this one.
Yeah,
And
no, it's like an integral part of whatever your class.
Yeah, I haven't gone through all the skills.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And you said you were rolling against a what? Well, if you wouldn't be a +3, you'd be a -3.
Okay, so then it would have a 10, and my wisdom's a 14. So
Okay.
either way, it's good.
Yeah, you get it. Tracking takes 2 slots, and it's based off wisdom.
Looks like Tristan's gonna try and restart. Says
Yeah.
if he needs to interact, just have him be creepy and talk about death.
Yeah, I mean, standard fare then, basically. Okay.
Brutal.
So let's say you've been tracking the signs or the movements of something through the maze for the better part of a half hour, 45 minutes or so. You were probably in the maze for a few hours before you even found signs of anything. You don't have you don't have the feeling that you're moving closer to the center right now. You're pretty like primal character in general, right? You've got like a good connection to like nature and how it moves, how it behaves, how it acts. This place is unnatural in many senses of the word. Apparently, I didn't silence that beeping. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do it. Riley's the only one. Hey, okay, we have a Tristan. That part's exciting.
Yeah.
We're going to have you introduce your character a little bit in a moment, but we already just got started dealing with the tracking nonsense. You've seen, what's your fucking name? Nikolai?
Yeah.
You've seen like kobold, goblin, hobgoblin tracks, right? Like they're fairly straightforward. You know a lot of like the smaller bestial races pretty well without needing to actually see them, right? You can just see them by their signs.
Right.
These are similar, but they're not exactly the same, and you're not sure where the difference is or what it is. For starters, a lot of them are wearing shoes, and in your experiences, goblins and kobolds don't tend to do that. Both for like they're poor and have no money to have nice things, right? And then B, they're not always civilized enough to have like cobblers around to make clothing for them. If they scavenge something, it doesn't fit. So that was like the first thing. You're like, oh, this is like a little weird, but whatever. The second thing, and we're just gonna like make something up on the fly, right? These things are all walking single file to hide their numbers. They're sticking to the edges of the brambles and the thorns, close enough that you would have expected to see blood, right? Like the thorns and the brambles and the bushes and everything are not polite or friendly to outside folk coming in. Not in the sense that you think that they're animated or alive or attacking you, but just like if you walk up against, a bunch of brambles, you're going to get snagged. You're not finding any loose clothing. You're not finding any broken branches. You're not finding like fresh blood coming from someone getting scraped. These things seem to be moving through the woods or woods, right? The brambles unimpeded, which is another like there's something more going on here.
I don't like that.
No.
So it's something between kobold and hobgoblin like that can move through these without tripping on them
Right.
or catching. I try hunting to see if that like rings any more bells, or is that essentially just the same skill check again?
Yeah, I mean, if they had any evidence of like a pack animal or something along with them, you might be able to glean some information, but they seem to just be moving on foot.
Right.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm awake. We're gonna come into this scene with you guys kind of rounding just another corner as you've done many, many times through this maze. And seeing just like this carnage, right? Just like bodies laid out all over the place that have been like unceremoniously like ripped off, ripped apart, like hewn open, not just by weapons, but just like messy by something, just with like huge meaty claws. Body parts and entrails are thrown up against the side of the brambles, right? The most of the brambles like form some sort of roof or dome. I know there's a technical term for it, right? But they're encapsulated. You can't just right. You don't see the sky when you're walking through this.
The canopy?
Yeah, canopy. It's a good word for it. But here, there have been holes punched through like the roof or canopy of like these bramble tunnels, as if something incredibly tall or perhaps flying came through here. What are your immediate reactions when you see this like very fresh, very vivid, very grotesque scene?
Is it possible to tell if the holes were punched in versus out? And then roughly what's the size of the hole?
Something a little larger than you, so medium, but with a little bit more of a stocky build.
Right.
And they were definitely punched. They came from the outside and came in.
Okay.
All right, I'm probably gonna like go over to like some of the bodies and start like muttering some like rights for them, because whatever they were, still don't really want them just getting all dead.
So is this a rite of because this is the first time we're interacting with your character in the scene, right? Is this a rite of like, it's good, it's okay, blah blah blah, or
it's okay that they died, but it's like I hope their passage to the next life goes smoothly, that to do well in the afterlife, kind of thing.
Okay, cool.
So I do wind up getting a little closer. I'm just gonna scooch like there.
Sure.
And then while I'm doing that, I will be right back.
God damn it, Tristan! I'm gonna bolt you to that chair.
It's important.
All right.
Arliss immediately crouches and starts looking around to see signs of anything that might be still lurking around, waiting for new victims.
Sure. Do you have perception of any kind? Hey, look, Simon showed up. He wanted attention.
Hey, buddy.
I mean, if we haven't picked, sorry.
Would that be under skill?
Yeah, it'd be a non-weapon proficiency. If we haven't picked all of them out for you, we can definitely just say you have like some sort of like specialty, like searching, palming, right?
Yeah, I think I already picked them out, and that's none of them.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll your dex or intelligence, but either way, it's going to be with a penalty. So.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You wouldn't know it because your profile picture is Slimefoot.
Sorry.
I'm supposed to roll under, right?
Yes.
I did not get it.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're like palming around, and perhaps there's like some like leather cord, right, with like some ceramic beads that have had some glaze on them that were like actually pretty nice. but it's in like three pieces. You know what I mean? Like the cord's been slashed open twice by something, and the beads, like a few of them are like broken or cracked, and the rest are just kind of strewn about the area in the mud. You're like, oh, that would have been pretty nice. That would have been a couple gold, I bet.
Would a medical check allow me to have any, or medicine check allow me to have any more insight into what may have caused these wounds, or healing, I guess?
I mean, you can give it a try. Yeah, you definitely have already seen like evidence of not only something using a weapon, but something just using its hands, just its claws, to just tear all of these creatures open.
Alrighty, I'm gonna roll. Healing's probably the closest. Okay.
I mean, that's pretty good. Sure.
Yeah.
So you get to be our first person to take us into a flashback.
Ooh.
Where on the Tomoto Islands, or in your previous life, elsewhere, monastery or training or whatever, right, as an acolyte or a neophyte, where would you have seen and treated wounds from gargoyles?
There was an abandoned village like a little ways off that it was rumored to be haunted and have all sorts of like horrors there. And being a priest, and there were worries of undead. He went along with a couple other like priests in his like death worshipping, death helping group to go and investigate it. And his like a guy he kind of looked up to, not exactly a mentor, but almost like a big brother type figure, went along with him. And as they were like adventuring through this place, they stopped briefly in the church, which is in quite a bit of ruin. And while they were in there, there was a gargoyle that ended up attacking them that they narrowly fended off. But this other guy, he had quite a few wounds on him from it, which Dane had tried to help recover him from, but it was too much for me, and he ended up dying from them.
Oh shit! Was this? What was the relationship there?
They just like kind of trained and studied together, but it was like a big brother kind of thing.
Yeah.
When Dane like first arrived here, who knows how long ago, he'd probably when he was relatively young. He's a half elf, so I don't know the exact aging.
Mm-hmm.
This guy kind of like took him under his wing a little bit.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
How long ago did that happen? Did you say?
That was how old do half elves usually live for?
Like double human life, so
So like
160, 200.
160. So I'd guess that Dane's currently like 80, so he may have been around like 50 when that happened, so maybe like 30 years ago.
Okay, cool. So it's been a minute, but
yeah.
So what's the reaction like when you're like, oh shit, these are gargoyle wounds?
He'd probably like call back to the others that these are from gargoyles, and having seen firsthand what they can do, he'd be wary and probably get his weapon at the ready.
Sure. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Who has the highest wisdom in the party?
Got 16, I think.
Mine was 14.
14.
So 16?
Yep.
Who had that? You?
Yep.
Okay. So not only do you get a moment to call out that these are gargoyles, it's also because you hear them. You hear just the telltale swoop, just a heavy, uncomfortable against the wind, right?
Yep.
No breath, no natural cadence. Gargoyles fly much in the same way bricks do not, as they come pouring in to crash through the brambles, like from up on high. And one of them, which is a gargoyle I don't imagine... No, don't do that, fucker. I don't imagine you've seen before, is a stone lion. It is a gargoyle that is on all fours, no wings, just just takes out like a corner of the bramble patch, right? Just breaks through it and lands on all fours and just roars this absolutely hideous roar that I will not attempt to mimic here and now.
Nice.
Lame.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead and roll your initiatives, which, if you remember correctly, are D10s.
That would be fun. So that's
Whoops,
fun.
backwards.
Just D10?
Yeah. Yeah, and lower is better. They changed some of this. That's not what I want.
There's a glitch. Something's changed.
DB squared. That's got to be D'Angelo, right? I think he's getting my reference, which makes me happy.
Nice.
Reaction adjustment. Is that 4 initiative?
Reaction. That's the charisma one, isn't it?
No, I've got it under Dex.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I've just been having everyone roll d10s. So we've got Dane, Nikolai, and my regular gargoyles all at 4.
Dave, that's Dallas.
I don't think you've ever been in this chat, have you? It's good to see you. Tristan. Wow, that didn't work at all. And then we've got... I don't think I spelled Nikolai right, but...
No, you got it.
Hey, look at that. And then we got 8 and 9. Does that cover everybody? Squid, what was your character's name?
Arliss?
I don't think I spelled that right either.
Y instead of the me, but
Yeah, I tried. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, keeping with tradition, Dane, you yell out, gargoyles, blah, they're here, or maybe something a little more dramatic than that. I don't know. I don't want to play your character for you. Then what happens?
So, like I said, as he was like investigating this and realized, oh shoot, it's gargoyles. He got his weapon at the ready, and so he can see the lion one. Can he presently see either of the 2 winged ones?
You can hear them crashing through the brambles, but you don't have line of sight on them yet.
All right, got you. So I'm just looking at my spells. I'll start this up. These are going to be some tough enemies. I want to summon my spiritual hammer.
Nice. Is it a spiritual hammer, or is it something different?
It's rather than a hammer, it would more likely kind of take the appearance of a scythe, holding in like the death kind of thing.
Right, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that kind of like he probably does some kind of arcane movements or something, and from like the shadows, it kind of smokes out to be like this big spectral scythe kind of jam.
Yeah, I think we've been ruling it that you can use it the first round too. So.
All right, so that was here. I want to get over to the thing in it for damage, but I know it uses my Thaco at least, so I will roll for that.
Yeah, and you're attacking
the lion one, since that's the only
stone lion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got an AC of 2 right now.
All right. Oof. Let's roll my Thaco. I miss. Oh, it would technically be 8 because it doesn't get the +1. I don't think. Yes.
No, I don't. No, it gets. I think it gets a +2 or +3 based off your level. I think we did the math on that one time.
Well, even so, it's not
it's
close enough.
Yeah, it's not enough to do it, but it does hit as a magical weapon right now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So it probably kind of swings towards him, but as it's going on its course, he has like in the back of his mind a vision of his previous fight with the gargoyle, and it kind of sends it a little off course, probably slashing into some of the brambles off at the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, cool.
Old wounds cut deep.
All right, we'll pass that along. Nikolai?
So if I have an attack rate of 3/2, it's 1 attack, then next round 2, then 1 and 2.
Yeah, if you're 3/2 without the weapon specialization, you're doing 1 this round and then 2 next round, and then alternating. But if you have available weapon proficiencies, you should just take the specialization. Specifically,
No, I have to be a fighter for it.
As a ranger, you are a fighter.
I thought it was like only the fighter.
I don't think so. I don't know. I guess I'll have to check. We'll run it.
I'll run it not for now, but
Yeah,
if I can.
Yeah, we should check into that. I do think you get that, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
Because I mean, you're
this
just
is
a
the line right
super
next to me,
fighter.
right?
What's that?
This is the line right next to me, right?
Yes. Yeah. He's
Okay.
very close.
Then I will do one with the long sword and one with the short sword.
Sounds good. All right. Is that a magic longsword?
Yeah, the +1.
Okay. I mean,
I still don't think that's quite
yeah,
high
that would be a 4 because it doesn't look like it's doing the math for you.
Okay.
But
man.
and then the short sword is not magic, huh?
Nope.
Damn.
No, it's not a magic longsword. I took a magic bow.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I will pass turn then.
What does that look like? Is that you just trying to chip away at this thing? And
Yeah, I don't think that I've encountered gargoyles in my past.
Mhm.
So to me, it's just like, well, it's an animal. I'm good with animals, but this is definitely pretty hostile.
Right.
And it's either evil or rabid. Either way, it just needs to get put down.
Mhm. Sure.
Pretty effectively.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're just like carving into this thing, but not really making any progress, which happens from time to time. The gargoyles. So, did I do that right? Yeah, I did. Okay, the regular gargoyles did go. Okay. All right, Nikolai, you are the unfortunate victim of the first dive-bombing gargoyle that drops out of the sky and looks to eat you.
It's been nice knowing y'all.
So, as it drops through the sky, a tangle of brambles and other such nonsense, right, just gets thrown about. These things must just be like circling above using some sort of like preternatural vision to pick out targets and come crashing through and destroy shit. Normally, the gargoyles would have 4 attacks. They're losing 1 of them right now just to get through all the brambles and everything. So it will still be doing 2 claws and then a horn attack. But it's not getting its bite off. So what is your AC?
3.
3. Okay, and I'm sitting at a THAC0 of 15. So I need a 12 or better.
Still don't feel good about them odds.
What's that?
Still don't feel good about them odds.
Yeah, I mean, I am doing it 3 times. So we'll just go claw, horn.
Claw, claw.
Well, I needed a 13 or higher, and I did not get it. So, or no, I needed a 12 or higher, didn't I? So I got the 1. Because you had a 3 AC.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I needed a 12 or higher. So I only get 1. So that's not too bad.
I don't know. It's any fighter subclass.
I thought so, but like you have built more of these characters than I do because I'm usually building. You know.
But I'm also illiterate. Is it too late to change my superhero specialization?
We'll deal with that if it ever comes up. You take 3 points of damage, but remain remarkably unscathed for a 600-pound angry gargoyle attacking you, or whatever the fuck. All right, Tristan. The other one's coming for you. So what's your THAC0?
Nice.
Or AC rather?
Yeah. Oh, it's 6, I think. Yeah, 6.
Yeah, this one eats you.
Oh shoot, he's big.
Yeah. Okay, you said 6?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm looking for a 9 or higher. Same thing, 3d20s. So I get 2.
Ooh,
So I get the 2 claws, but not the horns, which is good for you guys because the horns are more damage, and I can do other fun things with them.
Lovely.
So for a grand total of 10 points of damage thrown at you.
Minus 10. Youch. That hurts.
Mm-hmm. That's it for the gargoyles, which means Arliss. Arliss?
Arliss.
Arliss.
She's gonna try and stab that one right there on the face.
The gargoyle that's just come through the aerial.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, it was looking to try and pin Nikolai, but it did not have much luck.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
shit. Yeah, you get there. 100%. They have an AC of 2. Damn. Okay, so what's
Nice.
cool about this, this is the scene in the movie where, like, if we were doing, like, if this was, like, a complete origin story, right? Like, you wouldn't know that the +1 short sword was magic, right? Because we would see, like, Josh's character, who is, conventionally speaking, like, a superior fighter, right? Like, cleaving huge, like, attacks into this thing and, like, having no luck whatsoever. And you just take this tiny little short sword, right? And you just stab it. It just sinks through this gargoyle, just like hot knife through butter, right? And just this giant crack forms along the side of the thing, and it shrieks out in pain, and it's this unholy, ungodly sound, right? And you're like, oh, I didn't know it could do that, or something stupid, right? But we did know that, so that's fine. We don't have to be dumb about it this time. And you did 7, so I can math for. All right, cool. I don't know why I'm hiding the HPs. You're all watching on stream anyway.
Well, now we know we can watch on stream.
Yeah, let me do that. Yeah, haha. Okay. Did you want to do anything else, or were you square?
That's good. I only get the 1 attack, right?
I think so, but I mean, technically you can move. We haven't been punishing people for moving around in combat, just because I want the game to move forward.
It's just only if you want to move and shoot, you can do half your movement before. But it's like a full minute round. It still doesn't feel realistic.
Which is why I haven't been punishing people. I was like, because we only end up moving like 40, 50 feet. Like, no one's gone like an actual 120. So I'm just like, you might as well just save the middle.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go roleplay around it. This is like skimming through stuff to find other stupid rules. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, you're good. Good. Cool.
Yes. She's good where she is.
All right, cool. Sweet. Well, let us then.
Here it comes.
Yeah, LOL Christian. So anyone that's not getting the joke, although most of us are getting the joke, Christian got married last month, and his then fiance, now wife, her last name is Lyons, and his is Stone, Christian Stone. So I was like, y'all should just fucking hybrid that shit and go Stone Lion, because that'd be fucking awesome.
I mean, did they?
No, they did not. I know, it was disappointing.
Yeah.
Cool. So the Stone Lion. What?
Does Christian go by CJ?
Yeah, we've talked about him before.
Really? No, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you did it. All right. I need all of you to. Oh, cool. We didn't put Josh's saving throws in yet. Yay. You're going to be making a saving throw versus spell, which is the bottom one. So, Josh, real quick. Okay.
Ooh.
It wasn't on your old character either. God damn. Josh, yours is 11.
Okay. Is that a D20 or a percentile?
Yeah, no, it's a D20. You're looking to roll
Okay.
over it because these saves get worse, lower. Second edition is fucking weird, but I love it.
Ouch.
But it's fucking
Is
weird.
this something that can be dodged?
No, this is the stone lion digging in with all 4 of its claws and releasing like a foo dog bark that like reverberates down just this entire thorn maze.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh, here goes nothing.
Yeah. Hey,
Ooh.
look at that! You did it.
I thought that one was an under.
What's that?
I thought that was an under one.
No, that one's over because the saving throws get worse. Which is why when Squid rolled a 7 and Tristan rolled a 1, they failed.
Yeah.
So
Squid didn't roll yet. Didn't.
No, hers is right there. It's a 7.
I don't see it.
There's the 7 damage using the short sword.
I can see it. Maybe you guys can't.
Oh.
You probably can't see. No one else can probably see Tristan's either, truthfully.
Oh yeah, true.
Because it just says it's rolling to me. I don't know why. I don't. Maybe I can change that. I don't care.
Yeah, I can't see Tristan's, but you can see it on the
Yeah, you can see it on
The stream.
Twitch.
It's right here.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's awesome about that for you guys is literally nothing. What's awesome for me is it's hilarious. So much like the time we were running away from mummies, we are now 2 of you running away from Stone Lion. What's up?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Woo. So I'm now feared.
Yeah, you are the feared. I'm actually looking up specifically how long it lasts. It acts as the scare spell, but then I'm looking at an online thing, so I can't just like quick link to the actual scare spell, which would have been handy. But I imagine it's like a 3rd level or lower spell, and probably wizard, if I had to guess. We'll find it. This is the most exciting part about D&D. The slow ache of wondering what happens as multiple people consult a rule book.
Oh boy.
Hey, look at that! Scare was a... Wait, hold on. God damn it, there's so many spells at this level. Ah, it was a 2nd, damn it. Alright, I was close. But it is a wizard spell. Oh, you guys might be exempt. That would be disappointing for me. Okay. Tombstone Pile Driver. That's what I'm saying. The Stone Lion attempts to use its Tombstone Pile Driver, also known as the Scare Spell. What?
Oh, I thought it was going to attack me next.
No. Well, what's unfortunate is the Scare Spell only affects creatures of 6 hit dice or lower, which actually you guys are 9th level and have 9 hit dice. So while it shakes you momentarily and you feel, like in the pit of your stomach that what you should be doing is running and fleeing, you are able to hold tight. Of also special interest, any humans in the party, or basically anyone who is not an elf, a half-elf, or a priest, are not even allowed saving throws, which I didn't realize either. So, unlike a lot of
I'm a half-elf priest, so
yeah,
woo.
yeah. So
So basically, I'm the only one that doesn't get saving throws.
Right, but because you're above 6th level, it doesn't affect you. That's kind of annoying because this thing is super tough and super dangerous. It's far more dangerous than the 2 flying gargoyles, but
Wait, elves don't get saving throws, or don't have to make a saving throw?
No, they're the only ones who do get a saving throw.
Oh, okay. Ugh, that's weird.
Yeah, that's a weird spell, but that's why I looked it up because wanted to do it right. Okay, so it's pretty horrifying, and you feel it, like ooh, but everyone manages to hold their ground, even though the camera does that pan, oh, are they gonna run? Will they? Won't they? Okay. It does that as a special attack, so now it's just gonna run in and make a single bite on you, Josh.
Aw. Doesn't even have to run in. I'm right there.
Yeah, well, I'm running. It's been running for a while. You said what, AC 3?
Yeah.
All right, so we're looking for a roll of 8 or better.
Round 7.
17. So close. It had a
That's
7.
7.
It had a 7 in it. For 11 points of damage, also known as max, which is a lot of fun. The stone lion, right, just drops really low, jumps up, and just does a bear hug on you, right? Both claws just viciously singing through the air. Tries to knock you down, doesn't, right? And just takes a huge gash out of your side or your neck or something, wherever's heroically and badass enough for you.
Big old face scar.
Yeah, you're just covered in blood. You're bleeding. Somehow you can see perfectly fine, but what are you gonna do? Cool. That was Christian the Stone Lion. So we're back up to the top with Dane.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna start off with my spiritual hammer attack. I'm still not liking the stone lion there, so I will do it. And I just double checked it. I get +2 to my roll.
Ooh,
So
that's exciting.
1d20. So I have Thaco 16, I think. Yeah, Thaco 16. It has an armor class 2. So I need a 12 or higher by my math. If I get...
You're still attacking the Stone Lion?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Alright, so 12 or higher. That's a 17.
Hey, you did it. Look at that.
Nice. And it deals... Are we using size rules for damage?
You're going to do the D6, because the D4 is healing. So unless you want to heal it.
This is with my... with the hammer.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the spectral hammer. It still hits.
Fuck,
But,
I don't remember what we did for... I think we did D6s for that when Riley was doing it, didn't we?
That's fine. I mean, it says in the thing 1d4 plus 1, but I'm fine with a d6
Yeah,
plus...
yeah. I think I scaled the Warhammer because it was a tiny little stupid thing.
Yeah, so 1d6 plus 2.
Nice.
6 plus...
Wait, so are they large size for damage?
Sure.
Alright, so it does a nice little slice into that guy.
Nice. Yeah, that's a pretty good hit. It is first blood on him, but hey, got to start somewhere.
Alright. So... Alright. Let's see here. And as far as the one that just did a swooping attack on me, is that close to the ground, or did that fly back up in the air?
No, they've landed. They've
landed?
Here. Yeah, they're here to fuck shit up, so.
Ick. Alright, well, it's worth a shot. I am going to cast... Or... shoot. Is it possible to do a non-weapon proficiency check on your turn, or would that take up the turn?
What do you want to do?
I want to check and see if using, I guess it might be an ancient languages check, to see if I can figure out if the gargoyles might know a language.
What?
I have the command spell, but I would need to use it in a language known by the target.
Oh,
so I need to...
That's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
And with gargoyles, ancient languages feels like I might be able to get the word for take a little nap or stop for a second here.
Okay, I'm down with this. Yeah, go ahead and roll it. Let's see what you got.
I got a success on my languages roll.
Okay. High or low?
High.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. High, so it's good things. You can
Yep.
pick. You can either affect. Well, does command only affect one thing?
Command. Command another creature with a single word. Command must be a letter to language understood by the creature. It makes it seem like it's just
Yeah, I
one.
think it's just one.
Yeah.
So the gargoyles are a different build than the stone lion. The stone lion is much older. The gargoyles are fairly new. Um,
Gotcha.
because of your mastery over ancient languages and your clerical background,
Yep.
you can choose. You can affect either one of them, but only one type of them. So you either know the ancient language that is inscribed, like runically around all of
Yeah.
the stone lion's arms and shit,
Mhm.
or you can see like the command sigil that's on like the forehead of the gargoyles.
Yeah. So, as far as the stone lion goes, I guess I'd need to make the. Well, I'd see it before I make the attack. I see like these kind of carved on it, and from years of studying old tomes about like mortuary rites and whatever, there's one word that jumps out to him that he's seen more than any other, which is just the word written in there for die or death. Um,
Damn.
and so he attempts to use die, which causes, according to this, a command to die causes the creature to fall in a faint or cataleptic state for 1 round, but thereafter the
Cataleptic.
creature yeah, I know, right? But thereafter the creature revives and is alive and well, so it basically just knocks him out for a round, which
Yeah, sure. Which one did you want to do?
Hey, dead boy.
that's the ancient stone lion.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you should notate that too. We'll build that into your character as we go along.
Nice.
That
I
you know
will.
the ancient language of the stone lion.
Okie
Whatever.
doke. I'll add that into my
Sure.
info.
Yeah, so you speak a word of power, right? And
Yep.
you see it just like seize up for a moment, and it
Yep.
just like gets down like on its haunches, in like a very guarded but like placated stance, the same way that you would see it like at the temple grounds, basically, like preparing to attack but not actually
Nice.
attacking.
Well, that takes care of him for a bit.
For a
It's
round.
something.
Yeah.
A round. And I'm good other than that.
Cool. Nikolai, you have been given a brief reprieve from the death and destruction of the stone lion. I'm going to try and reconnect because.
Goes down, so I'm gonna put 2 arrows to be closer gargoyle.
Okay, cool. So closer gargoyle, looking at an AC of 2, but this is a +1 bow, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that just gets it.
And then
Nice.
ooh,
Cool, both hit.
much better at fighting this thing.
Maybe a little better on this next one. Come on, Girdle.
So long to do it.
Wow.
You guys are a professional, I swear.
You got fucking dumpstered. Holy shit. So yeah, I was gonna say like in my head this was a really beautiful scene of you just like point blank prime shotting these things like executioner style with like an overdrawn composition bow, right, or compound bow, just like almost pointed to their heads. And now instead it's like 2 glancing blows as this thing's like almost ripping you to death. Yeah.
Never happened to me.
In what way does your magic short bow impart its gifts onto the ammunition? Are they like holly and blessed steel, or?
I think it's just exceptionally well made, and it allows for a higher degree of accuracy, so that I can just aim for the weak point for massive damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Wherever I want it to land, I can be pretty sure it'll land.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So like, we see these gargoyles. They're rough. They're pitted. They're like quite literally out in the elements. All year round, day after day, right? So they're worn and stuff, and you can see where these fey creatures that you were kind of tracking before had like attempted to like rip them open, although feeble it may have been, and you just like aim for like an ankle or something where one of them had jabbed some sort of metal spike into and just blow that whole chunk away.
Aimed for wound, but I just got scammed.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, excuse me. You think I'd be awake by now? All right, we've got some gargoyles. So those are our 2 flying boys, which are here and here. Well, it's still not pretty happy with you, and you have an AC of 5?
I have 6.
And then what about Josh?
3.
3, okay. So I'm looking for 12 and 9, respectively. They are doing all 4 this time. So now that they're on the ground, their fighting stance is actually it's pretty jokey. It's kind of hilarious if there wasn't so much force behind it. They look like old school, you know what I mean, like side scrolling like fighting, right, where they have those just like kind of slow, methodical, pantomimed moves. But the point is that they have like 600 pounds, you know what I mean, of force behind them just by moving, let alone when they actually, build up momentum or connect with something. They're also razor sharp. So they go claw, horn, and then like try and bite if they can like get you tangled up in the horns, because the horns like very Loki style like go up and hook back. So they're like dropping them low and looking to snake a leg or something. So claw, horn, bite in that order. And then we said for Josh, we're looking for a 12 or higher. Wow, that was a miserable pile of shit. How do you get away? Why does this guy suck as much as you do?
Was this me or Josh?
That was Josh.
Oh.
You did just roll minimum damage twice, like.
I cartwheel around with each attack, narrowly avoiding the brambles getting into my skin.
Mm-hmm.
And the first claw punches a hole here. Second one slams into the ground where I just was.
Sure.
And the horn just takes out another section of bramble, and then I roll back to where I was before. But it takes me a second to orient myself. Like, oh my god, I'm alive.
Okay, cool.
Just Dark Souls rolling.
Yeah, pretty much. Just iframes for days. All right, Tristan, this one's for you. So we're looking for 9 or higher. Claw.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. There's just like a little bit of a difference there between those 2 rolls. So we only got you on 3 of them. So.
But that does include the horn and the bite.
Yes, it does. Which is also annoying because that means I have to roll 3 different damage types. God damn it, Tristan.
I'm sorry.
Well,
shoot, I might be dead.
All right, so for the claw, you take 1, which isn't too bad. For the horns, you take 3.
All right.
And then for the bite, you're taking 7. Where is... can you roll against your dex really quick?
Against my dex?
Yep.
Okay, so I have a dex of 14, so I need 14 or higher?
Yes.
Oh.
Or, no, 14 or lower.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
Because an 18 dex would be better.
Ow. That hurt.
Oh, man, you can't win with these crits.
There's my
tonight.
20.
Yeah, there's your 20. It would have been nice. What's that?
You throw a banana at one of them, he slips on the peel.
Yeah. It just drops really low. And it tries to hook your leg, and it just like, are you wearing any kind of armor, or are you just in like clerical vestments?
I have leather armor and a cloak of protection.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna say it like tears through just like whatever you're wearing for pants, and you're like, oh man, that would have hooked my leg and I would have gone prone. And then its tail has wrapped around your leg and actually pulls out from under you, and you just fall backwards prone.
Ouch.
And it's just standing over you. It's like 7 feet tall, almost 9 feet with the end of its horns curling up, and it's got like a little bit of your blood on it right now. And if like an evil stone statue, made to scare off demons, could smile, it would smile at you right now. But that's the end of their turn. So Arliss.
I think encouraged by her last hit, she's going to try and stab this one in the face again.
This one being the flying gargoyle again?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're looking for, it has an AC of 2. So whatever your THAC0 is. I don't remember if we dropped that in there for you or not. Please don't do that. No, please don't do that, you fuck. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought. No, Tristan, we cannot hear you. That's not helpful, is it? No, I mean, he's probably watching the stream.
We just lost everybody on the stream. All right, we're back.
Oh, I'm back.
Wait, what do you mean we lost everyone in Discord?
No, all the screens went blank on the stream for a minute.
Well, I accidentally refreshed my page, I think. So
I lost you guys on Discord, but I'm back.
That's weird. Okay.
1 hits, right?
Yes, so 1 will hit. Oh, good job, Squid. Damn it, now I got fucking... Scroll all the way down again.
Wow, these rolls.
3 damage, okay. I mean, you're putting damage on him, which is nice.
Yeah.
Not much damage, but better than 0 damage. Okay, you got anything else for us? Or are you square?
She's good.
All right, cool. It's not really a good place for this. I guess I can do it. Do it there. Okay. Sweet. Let's scroll that up too. The stone lion. The stone lion is up, but the stone lion is sleeping this round. So we see it, just vacant, expressionless. It's not like they have to blink. It's not like they have to breathe. It's just perfectly still as we do like a very slow, panning shot around this thing. As we see like the rest of the party getting ripped open and stabbing gargoyles in the face and screaming and calling down their god's powers. Cool. And then, a minute goes by and the stone lion begins to stir as all of its claws pop out and dig into the ground as it approximates a shake as a real lion or, more likely a dog would kind of, coming out of a rest. And it gets ready to attack. But Dane, you're up.
All right, so I'll start with my spiritual hammer thing, which they've been attacking the flying gargoyle that's right in front of them, right?
Yes, yeah, that's the one that's starting to have a series of cracks and fissures spread across its body. It's not doing well.
All right. And even though I'm prone, it's still a magical floating scythe.
Yes.
So I'm all right. So the after the other stone lion took a little nap, the scythe kind of moved over and is going to take a swing at that thing very conveniently towards its noticeable neck there for fittingness. What is I have THAC0 16 and it's +2. So
and you're attacking just the regular gargoyle?
Yeah, that's just in front of those two.
Yeah, it has an AC of 2.
So 12 or higher.
Let's do it.
1d20. Oh!
That is depressing.
Yeah. But where was my 20?
Getting wasted on a check you wanted to fail.
Yep. So that's again kind of swings in and cleaves into those brambles some more, slicing some more off.
Dane
it looks cool.
the gardener.
Yep.
You see,
Yeah, no, cutting off all these like branches and brambles, it's all part of my master plan.
To get away.
Yes,
To run
kind
away.
of. So now that has happened, I kind of have a giant monster standing over me.
That's
So
true.
I think it would be really awesome. I'm just gonna withdraw for a minute
Okay, cool.
because. All right. So by means the withdraw spell affects the flow of time with regard to himself, but but one round of time passes for those not affected by the spell. The priest is able to spend 2 rounds plus 1 round per level in contemplation. So I get 11 rounds. And caster can use only the following spells: any divination spell or any curing or healing spell. I can only heal myself. And I cannot walk, run, become invisible, or engage in actions other than thinking, reading, and the like. I can be affected by the actions of others, losing bonuses, and a successful attack on me breaks it. But I think I at least get a round or 2.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think you would get all of them. I don't know why you wouldn't.
Like, I guess technically I'm taking 11 rounds while the things happen. So it's like I'm just moving really quick, so I might lose a couple of the rounds, but 11 is so many.
Yeah, that seems really weird. I don't know.
So
Go ahead and take
that
2
was
rounds right now.
yeah, I'm going to spend both of those. I just need to get over my spells. Spells. That's -1. I'm gonna do 2 cure light wounds on myself. Which how much does that heal?
It's a D8.
A D8. So.
That's just the first level one, right?
Yeah. 2d8, and I don't think there's any bonuses to it. I have it on here, but I need to scroll.
Yeah, it's just a straight D8.
All right, so roll 2d8.
Yeah.
Well, it's something.
That sounds about right. Yeah, we'll give you 2 rounds for every round that's passing normally. I mean, you might only get those 2, but
yeah. Well, I have Josh's, so
what?
I don't think Josh goes next, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh, so you take a turn whenever someone else takes a turn?
When you guys take a turn, I take 2, but I can't like attack or do anything.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm down with
that's
that.
what I was. That's just what I was thinking. Because we have 1.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that.
It's 5 people, so I'd miss out on 1, but 11 so many.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I like that. All right, so Josh, you go ahead and do your thing, and then we'll hit Tristan.
Focus fire.
Yeah, we need a. Holy shit, that was a good one.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, 2 hits. This could be a big round. You could do it. Five.
Not minimum.
Not minimum. Two more than minimum, actually. Hey, okay. So 13 total?
Yeah.
All right, so this thing is really starting to feel the burn. As it's just like riddled with arrows, right? And they're like, as it's like flapping and like, attacking and fighting, it's like breaking them away, but chunks of stone are coming out with it, and this thing's starting to resemble like a gargoyle that's been left out in the acid rain. And it's just like doing this really like guttural, high pitched screech at you. It sounds very jarring. Like this thing, A, shouldn't be able to make any noise, and B, shouldn't be able to make that combination of noises.
How tall are these walls? Like, if I moved here-ish, would I still be able to shoot at it?
No, remember the brambles are, they go up about 15 feet or so, but there's you would break line of sight. Like you could do the fucking ruler. They get rid of the fucking ruler. That must be the ruler, but I don't know how it works. Oh, that's so weird. I don't like that anymore. Yeah, I mean, like you would basically that is really kind of stretching it because it would be like from that corner.
No, I'm fine where I am.
Cool.
That's the gargoyles.
What's that?
That's the gargoyles.
Okay. Well, Tristan gets his too, and then gargoyles. Gargoyles.
All
will do
right.
Gargoyle things.
So, all right. I am still not doing terribly well. So I'm gonna heal myself again. This time using a cure serious wounds because
Ooh.
or actually, what's my max health? I might not be that terrible. I'm 40. I'm like, I'll just use my last cure light wounds and heal a D8 for one of them. 1D8 and hope for not a 1. That's a 7. That's good.
That's not bad.
All right, plus 7. Then might not be the smartest move. So I already noticed that I was able to have some effect. There were like the runes carved into the stone lion, and that's the one that really seems to be giving us lots of issue. So I am going to cast divination.
Okay.
First level divination. So there goes that. Being, how do I? How does my party handle the beast in the best way? And I have I technically need to roll. I have a 69% chance of success. So, did you want to roll that, or do you want me?
Oh no, you definitely roll that. But
All right,
so you're asking the gods how best to battle the stone lion?
Doesn't necessarily have to be battle. Like even if like this thing, it has these like runes carved into it. Even just knowing more about it, that I might like get it to calm down a little bit. Maybe there's a failsafe. Maybe there's something. And divination actually can give you a little bit of information, rather than just the other one, which is like there's danger. So to like ask, like a lot of people have died. Someone's got to know how to handle a big deadly thing. So yeah, so I'm gonna roll 100.
That is no
So you're looking for low roll, right?
Yeah, I want 69 or lower on this. So that's a 74.
So you're getting nothing?
Let's see. Base chance for a correct divination. So I think I get something, but it could be utterly useless. I'll let you have fun with that.
Oh, I will have fun with it. Hold on. Let's see. If anyone is still listening in the audience, now is a great time to get your nonsense injected into the game.
Oh boy.
So what'd you say? 74.
This is the time is still slowed about me. I look at it. I look at the runes. I look through the gaps in the canopy to the heavens and feel the earth below me, where we all return when we die to hope to glean some information. This is my moment. This what is told to me in these most important seconds could change my history forever.
The gods are collecting everyone who's fought this thing, and they're just like, I don't know, it killed me pretty quickly. I got nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, now keep your hand up if you survived 3 or more rounds. Oh, okay. There's not too many people left.
I think its name is Christian.
So the gods see fit to inform you that through this journey, your fate lies somewhere beyond your party members. You will need to leave their presence, or else they will be taken from you. You will have to go. You'll have to go it on your own. You will be reunited with them, but only by way of a malfunctioning device hidden somewhere within this maze, and not a moment before.
Okay, well, that's not relevant, but sure. Thank you, gods. You're real cool. I kind of like do the double pistols up to the heavens
God
while
damn
this
it.
gargoyle comes
Yeah,
crashing
but-
down.
The sacred sign of the god of the good death.
Guns kill people.
Do a dab but pointed straight upwards.
See, don't you wish you had a webcam right now?
Yes, I would dab.
Yeah, I know you would. All right. You're all set, right? You did one healing and one dab to the heavens.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and attack with my gargoyles. Unsurprisingly, 4 attacks are coming your way, Tristan.
Yeah. 9 or higher.
We'll start with Josh, though. Really ratchet up that suspense. So, Josh, I'm looking for you for a 12 or higher. Oh, I only get one.
Well,
Interestingly enough, it
the
is
big
the
one.
bite. Yeah, so.
No, isn't that the horn?
Horns go first.
Oh, okay. I thought it was claw, bite, horn.
No, claw, horn, bite. Yeah,
Ow.
small to big. Yeah, so, I think just with the stone lion back on the attack, it uses this to press the advantage. You manage to still stay out of the way of the worst of it, but these things, like I said before, close to 7 feet on their own, almost 9 with the horns. They're very large, and they're kind of pressing in on you guys right now.
You're probably gonna get, the claws on each side just kind of pin you into one spot.
Just
So you can dodge the horn, but then the rest of them out.
yeah. All right, cool. Tristan, much in the same way, we're going to attack you. You said we're looking for a 9, so claw, horn, bite.
Mm-hmm.
I've seemed to have done it,
Wow.
at least for the first few.
At least the horns don't get me.
Yeah, at least.
What is this?
You never got up either, did you? You
I
withdrew while
didn't.
you were on the ground. Okay, so it
Yup.
it does this thing where like you're moving super fast, but you're like up praying, down on your knees, right? Like moving all
Yeah.
around, but you're still just like more or less in the same spot, and it just like puts its hands into you.
Yeah.
Just like puts them into your chest, and then leans in really close,
Mhm.
and just rips your throat out.
Oh. Yeah, as I go for my dab, I kind of go right into this. Ooh.
All right.
From,
So right now, what are you at for HP?
38.
Oh, okay. So I can't actually put you down, which is good.
Yeah.
But I get a pretty good lick in on you. That's probably going to leave some sort of memorable scar as it's taken out, just like a chunk of the collarbone down into like your actual chest cavity, right?
Yeah.
But here's the really fucked up thing, right? It's like ripped out a chunk of your flesh, right? Like you just have holes where your lungs belong, where it's just kind of like going after you. And it turns and it looks at Airless because they don't want to kill you. They want you to suffer.
They want me to what?
They want you to suffer.
Oh.
So it just walks past you and comes moving in. And it looks like we might have to wake Squid up in a second. Oh no, she was there. You were looking like you were fading. It moves in towards you, but it is not on you yet. But it is your turn.
All right.
Kill it.
Yeah, just kill it real quick. That seems fine.
Yeah, I think she's gonna turn and stab that one in the face now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a good plan.
Classics are classics for a reason.
On the money.
Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, we got some damage. This was still putting it on the same one that you and Josh have been going for a while, right? Or did
What's that? No, she's switching to the other one that's coming towards her.
Oh, okay.
Because she figures that Josh has the other one at this point.
Okay, cool.
Wrong.
No worries, no worries. All right. Yeah, I mean, first blood on that one then. Definitely important. Got to start the process. Yeah, so it starts to close in onto you, right? There's like a chunk of your priest friend just still kind of hanging out of its mouth, and you just, right into the side of its head. Does not seem to stop, delay, or otherwise upset this creature as it continues moving towards you. But, hey, we'll deal with that in a minute. You all set then?
Yep, all done.
All right. The Stone Lion.
Too bad I don't have a lightning bolt.
Oh no.
It would go. You'd have a minute. Yeah, you could.
Lightning bolt.
What's that?
Lightning bolt.
Stop it.
It's gonna attack him for that, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
If I can't taunt in game, I'll taunt out of game.
Yeah, this Stone Lion just like ripped through these brambles here, moving behind you, cutting off any plan or hope or desperate dream of escape, and goes ahead and just tries to bite you a little bit, just real quick. Just needs to do some damage. You have an AC of 3. I have a THAC0 of 11, so I'm looking for an 8 or higher. I have 3 attacks. So only 1, not bad. Middle one, so I'm just doing a D8 with one of its claws. For 5 total. What are you at? Josh?
Wait, was it attacking me?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it moved behind you by ripping through the brambles and did 5 damage to you.
I thought it was still chilling over here.
That's where it just moved to. I don't know what you mean.
No, I just thought it was like out of its reach.
This is your character, isn't it?
No, I'm over in the corner.
Where are you? There's nothing over there.
I've got it on mine.
I literally just watched it move over there. Like 3 seconds ago. So I don't know. It moved to you. I don't know why my map wasn't updated to yours, but it moved to you.
I'm at 28 out of 48.
Okay. It hit for 5. The other 2 attacks missed, so you're doing good. Gonna pass it along to Tristan, aka Dane.
Yep. All right. So I'll start off with my standard scythe swing against that gargoyle that's already taken quite a beating. It's all cracked and falling apart because we should probably finish that off.
Probably.
1d20. I need a 12 or higher, so let's hope.
The amount of times that has happened is actually unbelievable. I'm going to give it to you this time.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's taken so much damage earlier that its AC has worsened by 1.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah, well, we don't want to spread damage out too thin.
Yeah. All right. So I've done that. I'm guessing my movement for turn would be standing up.
Yes.
And can I do that in addition to a regular action?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so I'm going to kind of get to my feet all wobbly and unsteady. And remember how I said that I had a plan with the scythe, chopping all those brambles, right?
Yes.
Because you know what I'm now probably surrounded by? Sticks.
Oh, shit. It's happening.
Oh yeah, it is happening. I love that spell so darn much. So I'm going to cast Sticks to Snakes. Just like there's a bunch of these brambles around. Yeah, man. And I make 1d4 plus a stick per level. So I can make, it'll be 10 to 13 sticks. So I'll roll my d4. 1d4. Well, I get 10 stick snakes.
I get 10 snakes. 10
Yeah.
snaky boys.
And there's a 50% chance for any of them to be venomous
Uh-huh.
or poisonous. So I'm just gonna roll 10 D2s, and any of them that come up 2 are poisonous. There's that many.
I'm gonna break it to you that the gargoyles are not gonna care. So
Oh,
you can
well
roll,
then. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, are 10D2. What? Are D2? So I have 3 of them are poisonous. Doesn't matter. So with that, there are now 10 snakes that will either they have 2 hit dice, armor class 6, movement rate of 9. And they constrict for 1d4 plus 1 damage, or bite for 1 point plus poison. I kind of direct them. I want them doing the whole constricty thing going on to, like, if there's like some weak points to kind of crumble in that stone. And sadly, on that note, my time, that message about the gods, how I should depart, I'm really taking that to heart. And he kind of goes over to a less brambly part of the wall and kind of collapses while I have to go.
he
It's me
says that out
departing.
loud.
Yep. It's like, well, the gods told me to leave, so the snakes are taking my place. They'll do some real good snake work.
Wait, are we running away?
I mean, no, I just actually have to go personally myself.
Oh.
Me, the person, not me, the Dane.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Dane's taking a little snake nap.
I was hoping we
snap.
would kill one of them, but this is probably as good a spot as any. So I think we see, you bring your scythe down. It does some damage to the gargoyle, but it also cuts even more brambles away from the wall. And then just like with a loud clap and a prayer, right? All of them as they're falling and hitting the ground turn to snakes and start hissing.
Yeah.
A couple of them start like spitting their acid or whatever. And we'll call that the cliffhanger for the night.
Because, 3 gargoyles and a bunch of corpses isn't enough. There needs to be snakes. Like, yeah.
No, that's really good. It's a cool scene. Things are definitely looking a little desperate. But if we cut here, we have a small chance for perhaps a second ranger to run onto the battlefield and give y'all a hand.
I sure hope so.
Especially if someone is separating from the party for a short or long time frame.
I mean, this is maybe just tonight. He might meditate for a second, be like, "Oh, I should help."
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. It was a pretty good session. We got pretty close to. We pretty much started right at 8:30, which is awesome. Ran until 10:10, so can't complain. Good night. Good energy. A lot of chaos. I know. I was just getting ready to start attacking Squid too, so don't worry. We're coming for her next game. We had a pretty good crowd, which is awesome. So thanks for everybody for showing up and humoring us with our nonsense and our snakes and missing a lot of attacks.
Oh boy.
We will find you in 2 weeks again, where we delve even deeper into this bramble forest, this maze of maze, and see who else we can kill. So that's it for session 14 of the Electric Dice podcast. Happy gaming until next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snakes.
Lots of snakes. And then more different snakes. All right.
Yeah.
We're out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.